All right, Big Country Boxing and Coffee. Good morning. This is a Grand Bay fight night with a 5-bout fight card on Saturday night at the Grand Palace Auditorium in Grand Bay. So this is my Joey the Beast McDougal career. I have set up the fight card. It is again, using the rules as written, Grand Bay. When there's fights in Grand Bay, they must be a five fight card, and then I randomly determine the other contestants. Most of those fight cards should be hometown guys, so there are other Grand Bay fighters, and then the people that are fighting them, including my fight. So we have a 5-bout night's worth of entertainment. We have a 4-rounder, Grand Bay's very own Noel Isringhausen versus the independent Mario Torres. We have a 4-round Grand Bay's 4-round bout between Grand Bay's Eric Wellingham, Kid Breeze, Eric Wellingham III, who is Kid Breeze, versus Unionville's Johnny Johnson coming to town. An 8-round bout between Grand Bay's Shamus Garron, and visiting is Robert the King Krabb from Fort Jefferson. A 10-round bout between yours truly, Joey the Beast McDougal from Fort Jefferson versus the independent Terrance Coleman. So both our boxers would travel to this Grand Bay main event. Okay, so technically we're both out of towners here. And then the main event, the Grand Bay's top circuit fighter, Gordo the Hammer Franklin, versus number 8 ranked Mike Rattles Scarland from Central City, the boxing mecca. So this main event fight is a 15-rounder between Grand Bay's top main event fighter and the currently number 8 ranked fighter in the universe. And there you have it, folks. Here's our fight card for today, and I'll set that over here. And here we go. First fight is Noel Isringhausen versus Mario Torres, coming in from out of town. Noel Isringhausen is plus 476 in round 1. The action gets underway. We are back to our rules as written using the actual boxing charts that are featured in Big Country Boxing. Yesterday, in my hand-picked Enzio Giordano fights, I was using the professional scoring chart. This is a little more diverse and a little harder. So here we go, Noel Isringhausen. Of course, these are not my fighters; these are the fight cards. But I will keep their ratings as they fluctuate, and their records will be changed. 81. Isringhausen may have just won this. 476. 476. 81 is just missed the TKO. It's going to be a pummeling though. As he pummels Mario Torres in the first round, 10-7. That means probably a knockdown or two. Right? They haven't stopped the fight, but it's close. 3. Oh no, Mario Torres is gonna sting him with a TKO. How about that? So Torres gets the upset win. TKO. Hallelujah. So Torres plus 30. Isringhausen shocked. Hometown fans booing the local kid, Noel Isringhausen, as Mario Torres comes into town and wastes. So Torres jumps to 644. He was given up 476 points to Isringhausen and beat him in a TKO. So they coached up Mario after he got knocked on his butt, and they told him, you need to go out and you need to do what you do. And he managed to TKO Isringhausen in the second. Isringhausen drops 30 points down to 1060. So 1060 is no slouch. Isringhausen still has plenty of career. Isringhausen now will fall to, I don't believe he has a record yet. I'm almost certain he does not. Let's see here. Where is Isringhausen? Nope. So that's his first fight record-wise. So he's going to have a loss. And Torres, who had a draw, is now 1-0-1. So good for Torres, man. Mario Torres, I invented him to fight Gabriel, or actually to fight on a fight card, I think, in a couple of days ago. And he had a draw, which was pretty sweet. So Mario Torres, an independent, may make his way, man, in the world. All right, the second fight of the night, Eric Kid Breeze Wellingham the third. He is a fantastic Grand Bay fighter. He's facing Unionville's Johnny Johnson. He's given up 700 points. So Kid Breeze should win this easily. And 18, it's not going to be easy. Kid Breeze, every fight, that's what I love about boxing, you know, on any given night. 18, 700 points is going to be a 10-9 round for the Johnny Johnson of Unionville. Wins the first round. Kid Breeze, definitely the better fighter. And Kid Breeze is going to lose another round. This one 10-8. So Johnny Johnson is schooling Kid Breeze in front of hometown fans. The hometowns, as they get drunk and as they lose money on their hometown favorites, they're going to start getting angry, I believe. So midway through the fight night, we could have some brawls in the audience, right? 84. That might do it. 84 is a knockout victory. So, although Johnny Johnson was winning the fight, it's going to be a KO win for Wellingham. And Wellingham now gets plus 50 points, minus 50. So we're at 550 for Johnny Johnson, who's also, I believe, it's his first actual fight in which we record his data. He is from Unionville. Yeah, he has no record. So Johnny Johnson now is going to be 0-1-0. And Kid Breeze has yet to fight. He is 1-0-0 with 1 KO. Kid Breeze goes up to 1350. That is enough to put him in the rankings if he wants to be fighting ranked fights like Gordo is tonight. Once you're at 1,000 and you've had 15 fights, you can fight ranked fights. Of course, in the universe, when I roll them up, a ranked fight can happen anywhere. You are not normally allowed to fight for the title until you have at least 15 fights. You can fight ranked fights once you're 1,000 points, but you can't fight for the championship till you have 15 or more fights under your belt. So this kid is at 1350. By the time he gets, I mean, who knows where Kid Breeze is going at 1350. He's basically, this guy would be potentially a legendary fighter as we start out, right? Anyway, Unionville loses. So there you go. The hometown fans happy now. They were getting a little cranky when they thought he was underfighting Johnny Johnson, but Wellingham, listening to the crowd's boos and hisses, he waylays this guy. He quits messing around with him and waylays him in the third. Our third fight on today's fight card is Shamus Garron of Grand Bay versus Robert the King Krabb, and we're giving up 740 points. So Shamus, again, another hometown favorite here. Grand Bay's fighters are all very good, like Central City. So anytime we roll up a fight card in Grand Bay and they bring other guys in, most likely they're going to be worse than the Grand Bay fighters until ratings start to change or until fighters move out of here and go to, say, the rank. So Kid Breeze, once I collect enough data, Kid Breeze might end up in Central City on the ranked side, and I would replace Kid Breeze in Grand Bay with somebody else. Okay, so Shamus Garron. This one's an 8-round fight. This one I don't expect to go the distance, as Shamus Garron is plus 740 fighter. 78, no, I think the fight's over. So he's going to come out, and yep, he's going to win this fight. 78, he's going to win this fight by TKO in the first round. So he just beats this guy down, drops him 3 or 4 times, and the referee steps in, waving his hands. It's a TKO win. Shamus Garron plus 30. So Shamus now is going to go to 1290. Plus 30 is 1310, but no, 1320. This is why I check my math. And Shamus Garron now goes to 1-0 and with 1 KO. Robert the King Krabb, I don't believe, is fought yet. As far as any of the ones I've recorded data on, Robert the King Krabb, yeah, so he's 0, 1, and 0. Also, Shamus Garron. Where is Shamus? Grand Bay. Shamus Garron is now, yep, so there we go. All right, I'll modify these charts after this video. Wow, so we have walked through, you can see how quickly we can get through an entire fight night. Again, normally, if you have a full universe of weight classes, if you want lightweights, middleweights, heavyweights, you could have your fight card feature lights, welterweights, etc. Again, right now, I'm trying to get my universe's ratings and things to move around. So I'm fighting everything in this middleweight, right? So this is like a middleweight universe right now. So there we have it. That is fight 3. So far, both hometown Grand Bay fighters have won. Isringhausen is the only disappointment at the top, as he allowed Mario Torres, an independent boxer, meaning he doesn't belong to any particular circuit hometown. He travels around, and boom, he comes in and gets his first victory. So Mario Torres might build a reputation outside of a city, which is pretty cool. All right, here we go. Now we're down to my fighter. This is Joey the Beast McDougal versus Terrance Coleman. Joey the Beast, for those who don't know, is 2-0, and we need to do his camp now. So remember, I'm out of town. That's minus 25. So I don't get my hometown favorite, and I've got to do my camp, right? So that I have not done yet. I wanted to, again, we're doing this rules as written. I rolled randomly. My character ends up fighting Terrance Coleman in Grand Bay. So I'm forced to travel. Remember, I'm not managing McDougal. I am playing McDougal. So I am at the whims of the charts. So what kind of camp did my manager put me through before this fight? Yes, basics, good, because this guy we have the advantage on. I don't want to waste it. But let's hope I had a good camp. Yes, plus 25. So I evened out the movement. So we stay at 11:30. So I break even. My camp gave me plus 25. Travel is minus 25. So I break even. I'm at 11:30 for this fight. That's going to give me, Terrance Coleman is 995. Coleman is no joke. 11:30 minus 995. I have plus 135 for this fight. And this matters to me because this is my fighter. This is me. All right, holy cow, that's brilliant. And Terrance Coleman is an independent, meaning we scheduled this fight and we were invited by the management of Grand Palace. Why don't you guys join the fight card on, June 4th, Saturday night. Make it a great night in Grand Bay. And we agreed to the deal and we were there. So win or lose, you get paid. You might get paid more because you've come in to help fill the seats, right? So win or lose, guys got paid in the circuit, right? We don't worry about ourselves with money. The money's reflected in our rating, basically. Okay, here we go. Round one of a 10-round bout between Terrance Coleman. This makes me nervous, 135. We're basically right in the middle. So this is anyone's game. 74, we'll take that. Remember, you want to roll high for your boxer. Always want to roll high for the fighter you're favoring. What are we looking at? 135. I rolled a 74. 74 is going to give me a 10-8 victory. So we're going to get a nice fat edge on Coleman. So good round for McDougal as he schools Terrance Coleman. 61. 61 is going to be a 10-9 victory for McDougal. So right now, McDougal undefeated. McDougal is 2-0. He is 2 rounds up on the independent Terrance Coleman. 44 though. I think he might have stole a round. No, it's going to be an even round. This is sweet. Again, the game is designed in Big Country. I designed these charts where you're going to see more even fights, and you're going to see more rounds where guys are waylaid, right? It was designed that way to make it more difficult. Joey the Beast, 21. Terrance Coleman fighting back. Terrance Coleman's going to steal a 10-8 round. We're starting to see, 10-8 round. So that's not good. Terrance Coleman edges back even, and now Terrance Coleman starts to stretch out. So maybe Coleman's one of those guys that needs to warm up. Takes a few rounds for Terrance Coleman to warm up. 73, though, we're going to win again. And we're going to get this one at 10-8. So good. We're fighting back. So it's back and forth between these two battlers. 6th round, ding, ding, ding. And this one's 20. Dang it, Coleman's going to get this one. 10-8. Shoot, what a battle. We win one big, we lose one pretty big, we win one big. So right now, it is one of the best fights Joey the Beast has ever had. 34, not good, we're starting to slip. 34 is going to be, 10-10. So again, our single judge having trouble picking the winner in that round. Round number 8. 81, baby, come on, let's get that. It's not a TKO, but it is a 10-7 win. That's going to be huge when I tally these points. Round number 9. I've had 2 10-7 rounds in this fight. I've had one 10-7 round. A couple of 10-8 rounds. 68, that's us. That's a 10-8 round. We're going to win this, folks, barely, unless he TKOs me or KOs me right here. Terrance Coleman, this is it, round 10. Joey the Beast could go to 3-0. And it's going to be 41. That's going to be right in the middle. Yep, it sure is. And the judge can't select the winner for the final round, but let's tally our points. 10, 20, 30, 8, 10, 8, 10, 20, 30, 40. That is 96 points for our man trying to go to 3-0. Coleman gets 8, 9, 10, 10, 8, 10, 10, 7. That killed him. 8, And finally 10, 90. We're going to win 90 to 96. Turned out to be a good fight for us. We edged him with just more good boxing. And the Beast will go to 3-0. And we have 1 KO, I think. The Beast. Let me double check my records. Yeah, we only have 1 KO. That happened to be my fighter in the career. So we're 3-0 with 1 KO. But this is only a point win is a plus 15, minus 15. So our ranking only goes up 1130 plus 15. So we're up to 1145 before our next fight. And Coleman at 915 drops to 970. And Coleman drops down to 970. Coleman, I believe, has not had a fight yet. No, so he's going to be 0-1-0. And that was fight number 4 on our fight card in Grand Bay Palace. And my fighter, Joey the Beast McDougal, is continuing on undefeated, and he's slowly building a very competitive rating. Very nice. That is, and now we're to the main event. This one is a ranked fight between number 8 Central City's Mike Rattles Scarland and our local man, Grand Bay's very own Gordo the Hammer Franklin. And Gordo is a plus 120. Again, pretty much, this is anyone's fight. Plus 120 doesn't give you much of an edge. So this is pretty much anyone's fight. 15-round battle. Here we go. Oh, 4. I think number 8 Central just walloped him. And again, I try to keep the hometown teams on this side. So my fighter, your fighter should always be the left-hand side because you want to get right-hand side rolls. So if you favor a fighter, you want to put him on this side. And normally, hometown, when I'm doing a fight card, I always keep him on the left. So that's why all these guys have been plus. Even Rattles, even though Rattles is rated, he's worse than Gordo the Hammer Franklin. This would actually move Gordo into the ranked fighters. However, I think he just lost 4. Might be a TKO. Yep, TKO. So Rattles, number 8, comes into town and proves to the locals why he's ranked. He gets a TKO win. That's plus 30 for Rattles, minus 30 for our local guy, Gordo. Gordo's going to drop to 1345. That's still damn good. He's going to go to 0-1-0. And Rattles is now 1-0-0 with a knockout. And he climbs to 1285. And there it is, folks. That's a complete fight night. This would be what I call rules as written, right? I rolled the town. In that town, I then grab hometown boxers, leaving a hole in the fight card for my boxer who would be visiting this town. Generally, when you visit a town, you're going to fight someone on that board, but I chose, I am allowed to choose an independent or a wager fight. So I met an independent in Grand Bay, and I'm fighting along in the Grand Bay circuit, so all the Grand Bay locals are fighting their fights, and I squeeze into that fight card with my fighter, and then we roll. And again, because I'm playing the boxer, I have to roll where I'm fighting, Grand Bay. Then I built the fight card, then I squeeze my fight into that 5-fight night. I fight the other fights normally, I roll my base camp, I have to modify for being on the road, and then we fight the fight. And there it is. That is big country boxing, rules as written. 2 fight nights I've done here on the channel with McDougal. This one, what I did yesterday with Enzo Giordano was not rules as written. I didn't use the game charts. I used the pro charts, and I hand sculpted Enzo, which you're not supposed to. You're supposed to roll up guys randomly. So anyway, that is big country boxing in a nutshell, right there. All I did was I didn't waste your time rolling up all the fights. Thanks for watching. Good day.